All right, we're back with another market update for November. I'm Paul Lapis with Remax Hallmark here in Toronto, and I wanted to go over the stats that I'm seeing for November in the GTA. Starting with sales. So sales remain flat, basically for the fourth consecutive month, around 4,200, the lowest we've seen for November since 2008. And, we've seen similar trends to last year where sales kind of approached averaged or above average levels in the spring market. Bank of Canada announces two interest rate hikes or multiple interest rate hikes, and sales slow down to about 4,000 to 5,000 a month. On the ground, I am seeing kind of buyers who've been shopping, maybe since the start of the year, maybe since the spring market, finally kind of get the house that they're looking for. There's less competition. Maybe, for the good properties, there's still 2, 3, 4 bidders, but they have more of a shot to get that property. As well as I'm seeing first-time home buyers kind of maybe feeling that the interest rate hikes are done. A lot of the economists are hinting at that maybe, really the Bank of Canada has done raising rate, the economy's feeling it. And, we're more going to a period of, when is the next rate cut? And so I'm starting to see buyers come out and shop now for a house. On the new listing side, we definitely saw a decline in new listings this month. They fell about 27% from last month. And this is in line with seasonal averages. And the number of new listings is kind of also on par with our 10-year average. However, it's still well above, our 2022 levels. And we're still seeing more sellers than buyers come to the market last month than we saw in 2022. On the ground, as I'm talking to sellers, a lot of them are holding off till next year as we head into the holiday season. They're looking at picking this up and maybe listing their property sometime in January, February, or maybe even in the spring of next year, especially with the, rumblings of interest rate cuts coming sometime next year. On an inventory level, so this is active listings, we experienced 10 months of increasing inventory. And for the first time, we actually saw listings drop by about 14%, or number of active listings, which is, seasonally typically what you see. We're still well above last year's number of inventory, about by 41% and up 28% from our 10-year average. Months of inventory is sitting around 4 months. And for condos, again, anyone who's listing the condo right now or selling a condo, you're feeling it. We're at about 5.5 months of inventory for condos. So things are slow. If you're on the market, generally you're getting, little traction, low number of showings, or you're that property that's getting all the attention, all the action. Average price fell about by 4%. That's kind of in line with seasonal averages. We're sitting around $1,082,000, so just under 1.1 million for the average home in the GTA. And really, I kind of, this average is holding up with almost in a bimodal kind of curve, in that we're having some properties come to the market and do really well. They're getting the attraction of multiple bidders. I've seen 14 offers on one house. I saw 6 offers on another house. So there's certain houses that buyers are willing to get off the fence and compete for, and those properties are getting decent prices. And then there's the properties that are sitting there for months, 30, 60, 90 days, and finally taking an offer maybe slightly under market. So you got the two extremes of, maybe a little bit at market or above, and then at market or below. And those two peaks are kind of putting the average in the middle, in line with where the average has been. But definitely there's a dichotomy when you talk to sellers or when you talk to buyers in the market about what's actually happened, is that it doesn't feel like an average market. It feels either really hot for some property types and not so much for other property types. I find this especially for semi-detached in the city of Toronto. The list to sale ratio is sitting around 60%. So, I mean, out of 10 semis that come out, 6 are going to sell, and about 45% of those are going over asking. So it's still fairly competitive. And I think that's the first time home buyers, who are buying their first house, maybe not condo, but house, jumping into the housing market thinking, this is a time to make their upgrade. If you have any questions, you want more updates, happy to chat with you more about it. Reach out, comment below. Happy to chat.